A very good morning to everyone. On behalf of Chandigarh Group of Colleges Janjeri, I extend a very warm welcome to all the attendees of this virtual entrepreneurship awareness workshop. The ED cell of CGC Janjeri has taken this initiative to organize this workshop on the topic self-development to face challenges of life. To address the listeners, we have with us a deeply passionate and incredibly powerful speaker, retired Brigadier Dr. Sunil Kumar Mudgil. Brigadier Dr. Sunil Kumar Mudgil is a multifaceted professional with more than 40 years of experience and excellence in the field of leadership, training, and development. A recipient of 30 plus national and international awards and honors, Sir has professionally groomed thousands of leaders in the corporate and educational world. Sir brings with him hundreds of real life exemplary stories of victory, teamwork, and passion. And it is indeed our privilege to be able to attend his session. We welcome you, sir. Over to you, sir. You can switch on your camera and unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Umang ma'am. And thank you to the Director Management and the staff of Chandigarh Group of Colleges, Mohali. Before I start, let me share my screen and then straightway, let's get into the subject. Just a second. Yes. Yes. Beautiful subject, self-development to face challenges of life. Friends, if you see our past, the human being has continuously evolved. And as we evolve, we surmount certain challenges and come out winners in that. Similarly, as we move forward into the future, the chain of generations which are going to have challenges, they also have to go through all that hurdles and obstacles and can come out winners. So let's see how we must handle our future to be successful and happy. So I'm very happy since a very large number of students are going to be part of this session. So I'll base my discussion mostly at that level. So great friends, let's start. Let me start with a simple test. And you can go into the chat box and answer. I will give you a few seconds to continue answering. The test is, there'll be some statement will come onto the screen in front of you. And you got to identify how many times the letter E is appearing in that. So let me show you the statement. Yeah, I give you 10 seconds to identify how many times you can see E in this. How many times? Great. Very nice. Well, anyone? Probably 7, 10, 12, 18, 14. I don't know. So instead of getting into chat box, I want you to continuously self-reflect in the chat box and then connect with the answer which comes out later on. So well, for your comfort, I put all the E's in the red. Can you now look at the number of E's? I'm sure some of us still will not be able to count it rightly. Somebody counted 12, some 13, 14, 18, but they are exactly 16, 1/6. So why I brought out this small statement? Why do I talk about E? Why? Because in life, we take E, what is E? Energy. We take energy for granted. No, we got to create energy based on our objectives, goals, and focus where we want to reach. So your energy has to match that. So before we take on the main objective of the today's program, let me spend about 30 seconds to create energy with you. I know you may be far off, doesn't matter. Give me a virtual high five. I can see you, I can feel it because I connect with my friends. So I can feel it. Give me a virtual high five 2-3 times. Left, right, yeah, very good. I can feel that. Very good. Some of you are giving it a little too fast and too hard. Okay, I love it. Don't worry. So let's give virtual high 10 also. Great. High 10. Very good. Great. One more time. Very nice, my friends. So let's, feel the energy also. What you do is, wherever you are, you will feel the energy by the way it is coming up and then using the word wow 3 times. Wow. 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 Excellent, my friends. I'm so happy you have already started connecting with me. So if you're ready, so I am also ready, then we can start the session. So energy is created, and my take in the world is you need 2 things, energy and focus. So we have created energy for 15-20 seconds. Now we generate the focus as we move forward. Are you ready? You could say yay. Are you ready? Yay. Are you ready? Yay. Let's clap for 5 seconds. Yes, friends, I'm sure you are ready. You are ready to take on the world now. Let's start. Let me start with a small one clipping, and that'll be the base of further discussion. I'll have one more small clipping in the later part. So because in the Zoom you're not sure how they work, so I'm not kept beyond. So let's start with one and try to understand this.
मेहनत, लगन और हिम्मत से हर मंजिल को पाना है। सितारों की तरह चमकते हुए ख्वाबों को हकीकत बनाना है। नन्हे सचिन का वर्ल्ड कप घर लाने का सपना बचपन से शुरू हुआ। दिन रात सचिन नेट प्रैक्टिस करते, जब थक जाते तब उनका वर्ल्ड कप जीतने का सपना उनको और बेहतर खेलने की प्रेरणा देता। हर गली, हर मोहल्ले में सचिन की चर्चा थी। सिर्फ 16 साल की उम्र में सचिन क्रिकेट के स्टार प्लेयर बन गए थे। और आज सचिन को क्रिकेट का भगवान माना जाता है। उन्हें अनगिनत पुरस्कारों से नवाजा भी गया है। बचपन में देखा सपना सचिन ने पूरा किया और जीता भारत के लिए वर्ल्ड कप। इतनी शिद्दत से मैंने तुम्हें पाने की कोशिश की है कि हर जर्रे ने मुझे तुमसे मिलाने की साजिश की। सपनों की माया नगरी मुंबई, यहाँ शाहरुख सिर्फ अपने प्यार को ढूंढते हुए आए थे। एक शाम जब वो अकेले समंदर किनारे बैठे थे, तब उन्होंने इस शहर पर राज करने का सपना देखा। बड़ी कठिनाइयों से गुजरते हुए शाहरुख ने फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में काम पाया और मेहनत करते करते अपना असली मुकाम बनाया। देखा हुआ सपना उन्होंने पूरा किया और बॉलीवुड का बादशाह बनके हर दिल पे राज किया। पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त। छोटे से एक गांव के एक गरीब घर में पले बड़े धीरूभाई अपने देश और परिवार के लिए कुछ करना चाहते थे। उन्होंने अपनी मां को वादा किया था कि वो एक दिन पैसों का ढेर लगा देंगे और उनकी गरीबी दूर कर देंगे। इसकी शुरुआत उन्होंने गिरनार पर्वत पे चढ़ने वाले यात्रियों को बचे बेचकर की और फिर शुरू हुआ उनके मेहनत और परिश्रम का सफर। अपनी मेहनत से आज धीरूभाई अंबानी ने रिलायंस जैसा एक बड़ा एम्पायर खड़ा किया है। इस तरह उन्होंने अपनी माँ को दिया हुआ वादा पूरा किया। इन सारे सितारों ने अपनी एक अनमोल पहचान बनाई है। अब है आपकी बारी।
अब है आपकी बारी, my friends. अब है आपकी बारी. Now, people have done great work, ever in the past. In the future, now it's your turn to create something big in life, my friends. So let's see how these people take the journeys to be successful in their life. I put them in three big main models. You got to identify where you stand and you got to work accordingly as we move forward. My first model is based on a quote by J.P. Morgan, though quote is not in that context, but I understand this from this perspective. Go as far as you can. When you get there, you'll be able to see farther. Means what? When you get into education, you have thought of joining some management course or pharmacy, engineering choice. You have joined that, but you have still not thought what exactly you want to do it in life as you move forward. So aim is to work hard, put your heart and soul into whatever you're doing it, and study hard and continue moving forward. Because 40 to 50% people in the world, those are successful, have been successful on this model. Because in the beginning, they don't know where they want to go, but as they move forward, their perception changes, the environment and the learnings change, and they are able to decide where exactly they want to go. So go as far as you can. Your first job is to work hard, get good, gradings, and get into good, whatever you want to do it, start with that. And as you move forward, you will be able to see, as you move forward, you will be able to see farther. Let me give you examples. First 25 in the merit of UPSC, you will find people are from management, from medicine, engineering, and different fields. They are not followed the field thereafter. As they start understanding after doing their studies, there is big perspective which opens up for them. They go into competitive examinations. It may be UPSC, it may be an army, it may be any other competitive exam. So initially they are not sure. Let me give you one example of Sundar Pichai. This gentleman was from IIT Kharagpur. He did engineering in metallurgy. And can somebody connect what is metallurgy to do with the alphabet and the Google, what is the boss out there? He just did that. But he worked hard. He was topper. He was one of the best students. But once you put hard work and you know how to work hard and continue moving forward, you get directions where your mind and soul is all about. You search that and you get connected. He gone to America. First time he saw the computers and then got into did his MS and MBA, and through some software company, he has gone and joined Google's. In few years, he became the boss of the Google's, my friend. So the first model, 50% people connect with the first model. Go as far as you can. Once you get there, you'll be able to see farther. So some people follow this, choice is yours. I take the second model. About 10%, 5 to 10% follow this model, which I call 4H. First H is people decide that I want to live an ethical life. I want to have self-esteem. I want to keep my head high and somehow contribute to the society, whatever I can do. And then they try and listen to their heart. And the heart says, well, friends, studies is okay, but you do basic studies, but you may be good in performing art. You may be good in the painting. You may be good somewhere else. You may be good in sports. They listen to the heart and follow the heart. Now, in the clipping you have seen, Sachin, right in the beginning, he said he wants to bring the World Cup to India. Look at Shah Rukh Khan. He says he wants to have the rule on to Mumbai as he gets in the film industry. Look at another person, Ambani, Dhirubhai Ambani. He says, I want to put a heap of money in the feet of my mother. So friends, people are very clear what they want to do, and then they work hard. And when they work hard, and as hard as possible, because things are not lying on just in the platter, you got to work hard. and they work hard tremendously. And the fourth is the harvesting. Now, the luxuries and everything comes later. And all these people you see the successful people, they have the best of the world when they go to the H4H. My friends, my only one advice to the student is, when you get in for the jobs, when I go into the universities and colleges at times and interact with the students when one-to-one, I ask them, and generally my belief is they start the model from the reverse. The first, when they sit for the interviews, they look at how much money they are going to get. And then depending upon the kind of money they get, they start working. May not be very happy. After some time, since they're working there, their heart also start getting connected and they get good positions, they get good salaries, and also buy some snob stuff and all that, go abroad for enjoying weekends, and then their head, they feel, is also kept high. Choice is yours. If you want to really go do well, successful and happy, you got to follow this 4H in case you already connected with something you want to do from top to down. And when you're doing it, there'll be hurdles. I'll not ask you to read, let me read it for you. You also read it with me. According to a research at Cambridge University, it doesn't matter in what order the letters in a word are. The only important thing is that the first and the last letter be in the right place. The rest can be a total mess, and you can still read it without a problem. Why? Because the human mind does not read every letter by itself, but read the whole word. So when I say I want to bring the, as a Sachin, the World Cup into my country, in between is a commentary. In between is not important, because there'll be hurdles. I'll not be able to get whatever I want in just click of a button and then I'll say I have brought that cup. No, there'll be hurdles. I have to go through a journey. Beginning and where you dream at is important. Nothing else matters. In between is just some hurdles, some stories, and some commentaries. Like for Sachin, do you know that in 1 day, Sachin is maintaining a record of maximum ducks? Google it out. No Indian player has got more zeros in the cricketing world in India what Sachin has. At the same time, look at the number of runs he has scored. Do you know there's a person called Kumble? He's one of the finest bowlers, maximum wicket taker. Do you know he's also the record holder in giving away maximum boundaries in 1 day? Friends, the problems will come. That's a commentary. You are focused. What you want to do is important. So look at the challenges which are going to come. Face them. Don't worry. Stand against those challenges. You'll be the winner as you come out of. So you must see that whatever challenge, the purpose, the objective you've chosen has to be great. And that is how people become great. Between these two, that in the school team, Sachin and Kamli, when they used to play, Kamli was a better, much more talented player. Put together, both of them had scored some 664 runs in one school team match in a day. And when Kamli came into the test cricket in the Indian 11, he played few matches. In the first 5 matches, he scored 4 to 5 centuries, and Sachin did not do that. And after that, he's gone for dancing, going for pubs, and started enjoying, because his purpose was clear. Now he's faded away, and look at Sachin where he's gone. Friends, clarity of purpose. Where do you want to go? Keep that in place, and don't get diverted. Don't have distraction from wherever you want to go in life. And that is how you can take the challenges better. The third model, I call it, is half-hearted approach. Half-hearted. You want to do it, but no time. No, I have to go for a movie also. I have to have chat with friends. I have time for WhatsApp. I have to see TV. I have to do so-and-so. I have to go for traveling. I'm hardly 19, but I must visit abroad. Double-minded. You are not. Look at PV Sindhu. At the age of 22, she's a world champion. People in the world, they create, big landmarks at the age of 18, 20, 22. That's what our age is. But At that age, you are still distracted. So if you're distracted, I put remaining about 30-40% of the people which fall into this bracket, they have a half-hearted approach. Let me explain what is half-hearted approach by a story of 9 rabbits. In a lawn, there were 9 rabbits. One person wanted to catch one rabbit. So say left red color rabbit a person wanted to catch. So as he used to go and try and catch the rabbit being very agile used to run away. Never used to come in the hands. Then he says, okay, this rabbit is gone. Let me try the other one, which is nearer. So he used to go to the blue, he'll go to black, he'll go to red. In the end, he could not catch any rabbit because they are agile. Similarly, in life, the challenges, when you look at one challenge, you get scared, you leave this and get into another one. A lot of people just continue changing jobs. So don't change your rabbit. Whatever you want to do, focus on one, change tactics, strategize how I'm going to do it. Don't be afraid from the challenges. 40% people, as per my calculation, it doesn't say the survey, my interaction with all the people around in the last 45 years, what I feel is 50% people fall into that. When I talk to them, they go to the first job, they're not very happy, they check the job, they go to the second one. Why? Because over a cup of coffee, when their friend says, no, my company is great. Oh, is it? Your company is like that? Your culture is not good? Oh, why are you still working? So they check the job, try the second one. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. They keep lying at home and on WhatsApp, enjoying, and all the opportunities of jobs are gone because next a generation of young people come in and he or she is out of the system. Please see that whatever you want to do it, if you're not thought of in the first 2 models, third model is that whatever you want to do it, think of that. If you're not able to achieve the results, find out what is the strategy, what is the tactics you put in, but don't continue changing your rabbits in life. For that, you have teachers, you have mentors, you can always fall back to them, your parents, your uncle, brothers, sisters, who will be able to help you to how to maintain that focus. Now, self-development, what are a few of the habits which are very important to develop yourself and taking challenges as you move forward? I call it a habit 1. Challenge yourself. How do you challenge yourself? Let me say, who's this gentleman? I know you all must be saying Sachin. Oh, that's why I've kept no prizes for guessing, my friend. And let's move forward. Sachin, I am very big fan of this man because I can learn a lot of stuff from this man's leadership. When he was mid of his career, one journalist asked him, sir, can you tell me, for the information of your fans, which is the one game so far you enjoyed or liked the most, which you feel stands out because you have gone around the world, beaten all possible teams that had centuries, and you have done a great job. Can you identify one of them? Can you answer in the chat box? Which could be? Because the time limited, I am not getting into that. I am maintaining connect with you. So I go straight. I wish we would have more time. So I go straight. Can you think of what the answer of Sachin is? He doesn't say Oval, Chennai, beating Pakistan. No. Sachin's mindset is my next game. Which is the best game you played? My next game is going to be the best I'm playing. Mindset to look at the future. Your laurels are okay. On your good performance, you have got admissions in graduation, post-graduation, PhD, wherever you have the admission, that is over. Now you have to perform in future, my friend. The development is for future, not for the past. So you continue looking forward, my friend. So what is the learning what we get is, you got to be own competitors. If you play cricket, doesn't matter. You don't have to play as good as Sachin plays, but you must play better than what you played yesterday. If you want to be in any other field, performing arts, you want to be teacher, you want to be advocate, you want to be anything, you got to be performing better than what you did yesterday. And that is how you be your own competitor. The moment you continue performing better than your previous best, you are automatically taking on challenges. You are growing, you are successful. Very important. And that is what, if you self-reflect also, my friend, If you think of the days when we were in the lap of our parents, nobody told us, well, friend, relax, enough relaxation is over. Just get down, go to crawling, go for standing, running, and all that. No, we just saw the environment. We take it as a challenge. If they can do it, why not me? So we toppled down, we started crawling. And we have bruises. We said, don't worry. We never stopped. Nobody ever stopped crawling. And thereafter, just because we had bruises, we stood by holding the leg of the chair or sofa or something like that. We fallen down. And still we said, doesn't matter, 5 times, 10 times. And we said, no, don't worry, we are determined. We will stand. And we stood. We got on tricycle. We left, taken out the extra wheel. We were on bicycle, doing stunts, playing, then going to mopeds, motorcycle, and cars. And other day I was flying in the aircraft after doing a program when we were out of this COVID. Earlier than that, I was traveling. I saw a young girl going into the cockpit, maybe 24, 25 years old. I checked up with I'm very accurate, when I go around, I interact with the environment. So I checked up with the lady out there, the air hostess, that who's she, why she's going in. She said she's the pilot. I said, she's the pilot? She's going to fly us? Oh yeah, she is the pilot. Friend, it is up to you where you want to stop your challenges. You don't have to be pilot. You don't have to be Sachin. You don't have to be Ambani. But you got to think what you want to be. You got to be unique, and whatever you are, you got to work on that and work one of the principles, what we said. Remember, our body is a wonderland. I want everyone, my student must Google this word. What is the kind of wonderland we are? Do you know the blood which travels within our body of one adult person, how many kilometers it does? 20,000 kilometers in one day. Means blood can go to London and come back, go to Chennai, come back. He'll say, still a lot of mileage is left for the day, sir. What shall I do? Still mileage left, ma'am. What shall I do? Do you know if I put arteries and all that stuff, veins in one line, end to end, connect that, how many kilometers it will become? Vague guesses, you will not be able to even have a vague guess. But I want you to must Google what is there inside us, friends. 100,000 kilometers, 2.5 times the size of the earth. Every individual, I'm not saying all individuals, every one person has got the length if we connect them end to end. We are wonderland inside, my friend. Understand your immense power, immense potential. Don't settle down something for normal. Don't settle down something in a comfort zone. Whenever you start performing, wherever you are, you think you performed the same yesterday and same. No, don't take it. Challenge yourself, because you have tremendous potential in yourself. I'm just bringing one small story of this gentleman. We all know Edmund Hillary and Tenzing. Now hundreds of people have gone into the Everest. Everest has 29,000 plus feet. And you go into the stages. When they were almost a stage which was the last stage to climb, it takes 20 days, 15 days, 1 month to climb to that stage. And when they were almost a stage prior, and the Everest was seen, the peak was seen, the logistics was over, and they wanted to just forego and they want to come back, and otherwise they thought we'll not be able to survive. But Edmund came out of the small tent, and that day it was sunny day. He looked at the peak, which was very close, but they could not go up that day because they have to come back, and they thought next time we will try. Looked at the peak. He said, you are just a mountain. Mountains don't grow. I'm a human being. I will grow next time and come and conquer you. And remaining as a history, my friend, next time this pair gone up, the team gone up, they put the flag on the Everest. People understood the potential what they have within. You are not challenging yourself, so you're not achieving few things in life. Please remember, my first take I said is challenge yourself. Embrace change. Let me ask you. And go into the chat box and write. If I ask you, my friends, what's wrong in this picture? Go into the chat box and write whatever you feel like. I could have gone, chat, and discussed that. And because I want to connect and convey at least few more points, I don't want to just talk about 2, 3 points. So I like to give you as many in a given small capsule of about an hour and 15 minutes. Yes. Have you written? Yes. So look at this picture, and everyone will feel that the bridge is placed wrongly. Very good. The name of the bridge is called Choluteca. Choluteca Bridge is located in a place called Honduras, and it is in Central America. What happened? This Honduras is a very notorious place for hurricanes and storms. And when hurricane storm comes, the whole bridges and the roads, they'll get washed out. And there was a bridge on this river about 1930 it was built. After 60 years, it was in bad shape. So the country wanted to make another bridge, and Japan said, okay, don't worry, we'll make out of the best technology. We'll give you one bridge and we'll gift you one bridge. So 1996, Japan built up that bridge. 98, it was commissioned. 2 years it took, and they built the bridge and gave it to them. Same year, again, there was a hurricane, but Japan said, anything happens, nothing will happen to the bridge, my friend. Same year, there was a hurricane, storms. The whole city was washed out and destroyed, and nothing happened to this bridge. The foundation was so strong, storms could do nothing. Only what happened when there was a calm, the river which was flowing underneath, it has changed the direction, and it started flowing from somewhere else. Now this bridge became bridge to nowhere. So what is the learning, my friends? What I'm trying to tell you, what is the learning from this small little stuff, which is an absolute real episode I'm sharing with you? What is the learning? So learning is, my friend, when you take on challenges, you got to embrace change, build to adapt, not only build to last. You can't say I have a PhD, I'm MBA, I am medicine, MBBS, I am MD, I am so and so. It's okay. That education is not going to be working next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. The world is changing so fast. It's okay. So always learn to adapt how the things are moving up, which whatever areas you work, you may be performing art. Look at people, somebody in the music world is changed. Music, the way music is delivered is changed. Look at somebody is in the teaching profession, how the teacher is supposed to communicate has changed. So you got to learn to adapt. And that is how you must take your challenges as you come. So it's COVID-like situation. Let's say we have a COVID-like situation. So what you must do now. Now see how the trends going to be there beyond crisis. If you are a student, likely that most of the time, even we start running colleges and educational institutes, people will still be working on virtual. You may be submitting assignment on virtual. You may go to colleges, but a lot of stuff will be going on to the virtual. So think ahead and be imaginative. Learn to be partnered with technology. Working on WhatsApp and just sending whole day messages and motivational videos doesn't put you in, partner with technology. Any profession you choose, it may be medicine, it may be energy, it may be the sales and customer connect. It may be any profession you choose. You cannot survive without use of technology in the future. There'll be AI and blockchain and cloud. It is going to be, what we see it now is immature. The way it is going to evolve will be absolutely going to be magic. So you learn to be magic, partner with technology, learn to be innovative and flexible, continue changing, continue adapting, and there'll be challenges. So learn to stay motivated and focus on what you want to achieve. Don't get demotivated, whatever you're doing from that. It's always said, out of fire comes pure gold. Story of two stones. Let me share one small story. One person was making, working on a stone and ultimately trying to make a statue which was needed to put in the worship place. When he was working on that stone, the stone was feeling the hurt every time the person was putting hammer and chisel. So the stone said, oh, please don't, it hurts me. Please, sir, please don't do that. He said, okay. He left the stone on side. He picked up the second stone to work on that. So second stone was also feeling but kept quiet, knowingly that once this man will make something out of me, people are going to worship me, people are going to say and get inspired from me, people are going to love me. So let me go through this pain. The first stone did not choose to go through pain. So once that done that, he wanted to take the second stone to and making a statue out of it. He wanted to put in the worship place. The first one said, "Sir, why are you leaving me? Take me also along." He said, "Come, more the merrier." So the second stone was put in the shape of a god or goddess, or some for something to be worshipped, and the second stone was kept in the feet of the first stone. And everyone, people used to come, they used to bring coconut and used to hammer the second stone, break it, and then do puja and all that stuff for what in front of the god. So the first stone could not take the beating, but now has to take the beating throughout your life. What it says is, if you're not able to adapt, and if you find it challenging, so life is going to be challenging throughout. You will always feel left out. So friends, always move forward and take that little bit pain and continue be part of technology, continue be loving change and moving forward. Read books, learn the stories of people, go wherever anything which inspired you. I always say there's a difference between role models and inspirations. Role models are only our parents, brothers, sisters, or very close family, close knit family. Remaining, or maybe your mentors and teachers and gurus. And beyond that is only inspiration. So friends, go around and see how people achieve so much in a given life. So try and get inspired. Let me share one small incident. What is that particular game, what you see in front? Yeah, it is basketball. And like we have IPL going on these days, and basketball, there is a club called NBA, which is a National Basketball Association in New York. It also runs similarly. Players get auctioned, they have club, they play. It is a fast game, so they get millions of dollars in every season. Like IPL, people get that. So far, they thought the basketball means if you want to play basketball, you have to have good height. Michael Jordan, great, we all know, but height is normal, 6'2". There's a person called Kobe, the height is 6'6". There's a person called Magic Johnson, height is 6.9. There's a person called Yao Ming, the height is 7'6". So there was a race that more the height, easier to play the basketball. Why? Because the ring is at 10 feet. If already your height is 7.5, 8 feet, you have to hardly extend your arm and you'll be able to put the basket and have a goal. So easy. So people always thought on that. And there was a guy who was thinking on the 4H model, come what may, I will play the basketball. And his height was 5 feet 3 inches. Tyrone. Google that story. 5 feet 3 inches. When in the school days he said he wants to play in the NBA, people used to laugh at him. They said, my God, you think go play carom. It's not, basketball is not your game. You are too short. So school team did not select him. He started playing in the local club. And when they saw his performance, they changed the requirement for the height requirement for the school team. And he continued. At the age of 18, 20, he was a player in the NBA. Friends, if you wish, you can do that. Other players which are tall used to jump. This man always almost center of the screen. He almost used to jump. He is to compensate, but he has better agility. Easy to pass on ball and steal the ball. So basketball is not a game only for height. It is stealing the ball, passing the ball, and doing various other stuff. It is like cricket. You don't have to be a batsman. You may be a good bowler. So you can be a good wicket keeper. So in life, it doesn't mean that you have to have only one skill. So any skill you can make use of. So friend 5'3", this man is treated as the most valuable player, best player in the history, shortest player in the history. He's saying, why I brought this man? He says, you got to follow 3 things: self-belief, hard work, and determination. If you have self-belief, if you do not believe on yourself that I can play in the NBA club, why should others believe in you? You got to believe first, and then you got to work hard to compensate what you don't have. He used to put a milk crate, put one over the another one, stand on the top of it, and used to practice. As he became little expert in that, he removed one. As he came down, became expert, removed the second one, third one, removed all of them. He could play what others were doing it. So you got to work hard. Because if you work as much others doing and similar amount of work, then your output also is going to be same unless you are born genius and all that. It's not possible. You got to beat people by working hard, and you got to be determined. People will not accept you, but you got to stand against failures and you got to continue moving forward. And he says, what this man said, always focus on strength and not on your shortcomings. Because height was a shortcoming. He said, don't focus, my height is less. Look at what is strength. Can I compensate my shortcoming with something else? Let me share a story with you. Story of a missing goat. I don't know whether you heard it or not. In the school, what happened? In the school, some 10th, 12th students, they were standing out waiting for the bus to come. And till then, the bus comes, they saw some goats were roaming around. And you know that at that age, we are naughty, so we always play pranks, and we enjoy doing something with our friends. So they caught hold one goat and put one with a sticker on that mark and pushed inside the school. And they caught hold another one, they put two, pushed inside the school. They want to enjoy and see what the goats are going to do. In the meantime, the bus comes, the friend says, oh, bus has come. He said, don't worry, one more goat, pick up. And they picked up one more, wrote 4 on that goat and pushed them inside the school. Close the gate. Next day morning when they came, they saw goats have spoiled the area, eaten up flowers and plants and stuff. They enjoy it. At that age, sometimes we do naughty stuff. And the principal was annoyed. They called the security. Who did that? The security brought 3 goats, made them fall in. They said, ma'am, sir, this is what the 3 culprits are. But we are looking for the 4th one. They said, what do you mean looking for 4th one? You are paid for doing your duty. Go and get me the 4th. And they continued roaming around. School was big, on up, 1st floor, 2nd floor. So they could not locate. They say, ma'am, sir, can we take one more, few teachers and they can help us to locate? They say, fine, you take. In schools, we remember any work given to the school teacher is generally passed on to the student. So they took the students, everyone roaming around and trying to look for the goat. Whole days over, they could not locate the 4th goat. Why? Why? Because the 4th goat was not there. They just saw 1, 2, and 4. They thought there has to be 3rd. This thinking is, my friend, is virtual. It is not. It is the thoughts which put us down. Thinking is what talks about, we say, is our shortcomings. When we look at shortcomings, what is us binding us? It is not there. But we say, oh, I could have done it. My height is less. Oh, I could have gone and got this job because I could not speak good English. I could have done it. Otherwise, if I could have come from a metro state, city, I would have got this. I am from a village. We create. How does it matter? You can be from anywhere in the world. Don't look at your shortcomings. There is a difference in shortcomings and weaknesses, my friend. Shortcoming is, let me explain what shortcoming is. Our personality is divided into 2 parts. Non-negotiable, negotiable. Non-negotiable is what you cannot change. If my complexion is dark, I may be buying creams, my complexion will not change. If my eyes have got a particular shape, my height is less. No wastage. Let there be. Another thing negotiable. Sorry, negotiable is what you can negotiate. How can you negotiate with yourself? Having passion, hard work, goals and trying to achieve them. Sorry. Stay organized. Sorry. Stay organized. Next step. Friends, please remember, you got to be very sensitive to timings. It may be Ambani's, it may be anybody else, it may be me. For everyone, our time is 24/7. You cannot have different timings. Let me share a formula for success. There was a gentleman called JP Morgan. I used the word earlier. One management guy came to this gentleman. He said, "Sir, I have a formula for success. Do you want to buy it?" He said, "Okay, tell me." He taken out an envelope from the pocket, gave that envelope, and said, "It'll charge you, sir, it'll cost you $25,000. He said, "Okay, no problem. If it is good, I'll buy." JP Morgan opened the envelope, and there were only two statements written in that. One was, every day write down the things need to be done. And second was, do it. And he taken out his checkbook, check, give it to this young boy. JP Morgan says, my success in life is only because of these two sentences. Friends, very important, very important. You got to be time sensitive, stay organized, learn to be time sensitive. You know, if you do not write down what is need to be done and do not prioritize, you're likely to forget. You will be wasting your time. Generally, what happens is you will get into something which is not supposed to be part of the list. So always have a to-do list and prioritize that. Second component I say of time management, I want you to follow that, is a 4D concept. I do it regularly. Any objective, any goal you want to achieve, my friend, follow this formula. If anything comes in your way, which is not connected with the objective, drop it or delegate to someone or delay it. Only do it if it is so compulsory. Otherwise, you will not get time, because time is limited. You will not get time to achieve what you want to achieve. Look at everyone, people all around in the world. Whatever they're achieving is only achieving because they spend hours of training, hours of learning on whatever they want to really deliver. Very important. Be goal-oriented. Goal-oriented. Have some goals. Sorry. If I put two teams in the football ground and remove the goalpost and give them 90 minutes to play, in the end, if I ask them what is the outcome, there'll be few people injured, few sitting out because of the red card, nothing will happen. No results. Why? Because there is no goalpost. So unless you have goals, my friend, unless you have goals, you will not be able to decide whether you have performed, not performed. Now, as a student, say in same, if I have to beat my, say in the football, if I have to beat my opponent by 5-0, if this is my goal, can I beat them by 5-0? No. To beat them by 5-0, I have to understand what are the activities must go. So similarly in life, if I have goals, this is called absolute goals, that I want to become so-and-so. I want to open my own business. I want to be at so-and-so place in so-and-so company. So that is the absolute goal. What are the critical activities which will take me around? Whatever I want to, suppose I want to, so let me take the same example. If I want to win the opponent team by 5-0, what are my critical activities? My full back must be as strong as wall. Forward must be able to convert. If my forwards are not converting, how will I make 5 goals? If my full backs are not wall, then some people are going to put a goal on me also. So I must identify what are the critical activities which will help me to achieve what I want to achieve. So learn to keep the goals in mind as you take on the challenges. Next habit, focus on soft skills, my friend. Very important. The people, some of the leaders, they fail only because of part of the soft skills, not for the hard skills. They have everything which is a designation is supposed to do. They have all the skills of that, the soft skill. Now, as a student, how do you develop your soft skill? Where is the area? Let me open up altogether. Where is the area for developing soft skills? When you have an opportunity, take part in all the extracurricular activities. Or tell teachers, we like to organize seminars. In seminars, present paper. Let's not have always people coming from outside. And you may start your social enterprise, small business. Take due permission from the from the department. Have your personal website. Have small businesses. Do some fundraising for the community. Engage in some volunteer service. Write articles, review articles. Why? When you do it, what is coming out? You are communicating. You are improving your interpersonal skills. You are controlling few people, so leadership skills. You know how to listen, how to talk, how to modulate, and you know all that soft skills is all required. And without fail, pursue one game or sports. One game without fail. And what the game teaches you, my friend, the biggest leadership stuff, leadership training ground for leader is one sport. Pick up any cricket, football, hockey, tennis, badminton, any game, single or team game. Look at the kind of leadership qualities it's going to bring about. It'll help you to deal with failures and bounce back. Why? Because in any game, there's one winner. If the opposite person is a winner, now you identify, you analyze why I lost that. Next game, you want to bounce back, making quick decisions. So look at the cricket. The ball comes at 150, kilometers per hour. You have a fraction of a second to take decision that how I'm going to play it as a batsman. The mental and emotional duress, because once you lose the game, the kind of mental pressure you go and the emotional pressure, then you understand how to take on. And stressful situation, 4 balls, 10 runs, and you got to win. Now you know you are the batsman. How are you going to have that stress that you can, within 4 balls left, you can still make 10 runs? I mean, you go through all this and teaches you a lot. Risk taking, you are the captain, you have flip a coin and you have won the toss. Now, will you like to bat or you want to give batting to the other team? You're not sure. Shall I do it? No. So risk taking, it tells you, if I do this, what is the outcome? If I do that, what is the outcome? This is what, my friend, as you get into this, there's nothing better which teaches you is the sports. So my take is that when do you want to really learn good about soft skills, pick up one game and play it well and play it with a lot of sportsman spirit, and you'll be able to do that better. One more habit. Whatever you do, if you have to take on the challenges of life, my friend, always give 100%. Learn to give 100%. Let's see what does 100% means. In the yellow is the PV Sindhu. It is a match which is being played. Second set out of 3 sets, she lost the first one. If she loses second set, last point. If she loses this point, she'll be out of the World Cup championship. Yes, friends. There is no scope when you take on challenges. There's no scope for you to play 93%, 94%, 97%. Not possible. You play one less shot, you're out of the system. She played, there were 73 shots were played. And 36 were one, 36 were another one. And you are now playing the 37th and the person is not able to, or 37 and the person is not able to return it back. You don't know the challenge. You have to take it up to what place you must stand. Determination is the key. When you take on challenges in life, you don't know the one you have taken and wish I could have taken one more. There's nothing called wish. You got to continue taking. You don't know how many you got to take it. So it is a hurdle. It may come in route, doesn't matter. Like Sachin, you may give, go out on duck as many times, but you are still a winner in the race. In the end, there's nobody in the world who is just successful and successful had no failures. So be determined Give 100% in whatever you want to do. So to do that, you must have a spirit of, I can do it. Any assignment given to you, any exam comes in front of you, anywhere, wherever you go, any challenges given to you, you must have the spirit of, I can do it, my friend. And then only you'll be able to come out winners. Let me share a small story of this gentleman. There was a tribe in which when there used to be no rain, and people used to starve because of no water and no vegetation, and it never used to rain. So they used to go to one village head who was a kind of a person, fakir or some kind of a person, and they used to say, please help us. And this man used to stand and used to start dancing, and there used to be rain. So all around, people used to say, my God, beautiful formula for rain. So in their tribes also, when there used to be no rain, they also started the same formula. So one of the person used to start dancing for a few hours, used to get blister, but nothing happened. They said, no, it's not working. They say, go to the same person. How come it works in this tribe? It's not working in our tribe. So they come and speak to this gentleman. Sir, how come when you dance, it rains? It is a very simple formula. It is a very simple formula. When the people ask me to dance, I just start dancing. And my dance is only finishes when it starts raining. So I dance till it rains. I don't dance for a few hours. There's nothing called 3 hours and 5 hours and 8 hours and all that. My friends, this is one of the topmost secret of success is you got to learn to dance till it rains. You got to be determined. You got to be determined till continue working unless your objectives are met, unless your purpose of life is met. You can't say I've worked a little bit, I got tired, look at the system is bad. Don't pass on blames to anyone. Learn to dance till it rains. Unless your objectives are met, don't give it. Don't give it to anything, environment, to your health, nothing. Just continue working till you achieve what you want to achieve. And that is how you are able to take on the challenges of life. Let me give the last point and then we'll take on the question answers. Last habit, 1 degree more. Very important habit. Successful habit, jo hai, 1 degree more is the habit of highly successful people. If you look at the water, as you drink it at room temperature, 18-20 degrees Celsius, it is delicious to drink. As you continue heating it up, 45-50 degrees Celsius, it becomes hot, so it's not very tasty to drink. But it has got a different value. You can clean the floors, you can now you clean the utensils and do some other work. It has attained a different value. You continue heating to 97, 98, 99 degrees Celsius. It has attained a now different value. At 99, if you want dip tea, you can make it and relish the tea, or the coffee, you can have it and then enjoy the coffee. It has attained a different value. At 99, when you put 1 more degree to it, 100 degree, steam out. Now it's got a value. You can run steam engines. You can ferry thousands of kgs of load from one place to another. Thousands of people from one station to another. Look at just because of 1 degree, the amount of value which is going to change. Friends, you do not know. So I always believe in 1 degree more. You do not know, like water, which is that 1 degree which is going to create a magic. We all work, we go to the next positions, we all go to next level. Yeah, there's a change, like water, it has attaining some values. But we don't know, am I taking, just halting on a step, which the next step is going to make a magic in my life? We don't know. And you see around, people come out winners, like magic happens. In one day they are on the normal field, and next day you see some auto driver's daughter going into the IAS, somebody else going and getting into the Indian 11, who is just a simple person. You don't know what time that magic is going to get created in your life. Your job is to work hard. Follow one of the models what you want, but work hard towards the goal what you want to achieve. And that is how it has got a value of taking challenges of life. And don't rest in anything called comfort zone. Continue adding value. Be your own competitor. Great, my friends. I'm sure we enjoyed, and you are on the takeoff stage. And this is what we have gone through. Please have a look at that. And keeping that in mind, please, I want, I'm sure a few questions must have come, so that I like to spend time on a few question answers. Still, we have about 15, 20, 25 minutes. Yes. Yeah, questions. So these are the key takeaway. And you want anyone, I'll explain it a little more. And because of time constraint, I might have not devoted the time. Every one point needs to be. Please ask me question. Ma'am, Umang ma'am, yes. Did we get questions?
Yes, sir. We have a lot of questions from the students.
Very good.
One thing that I learned from your session, and which really is going to stay within me, is learn to dance till it rains. And
very good. Great.
Things, of course, do not come from the comfort zones. We need to work hard towards them. Of course, sir, your session has incorporated in us a spirit of motivation, hard work, and of course, we are going to work towards it. And let's just get to the questions, sir.
Yeah. So we have a lot of time, so that's why I've skipped that. Let's. You want? Shall I close my presentation, or is okay? It's coming up, right?
Your presentation is not visible, sir. You are visible.
Fine. So I'm visible. I'm visible on the full screen to my friends.
Yes,
oh, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Sir, the first question is from Iqbal Dhaliwal, and he asks that how can we be confident in front of others?
How can be confident in front of others?
Yes.
Yeah. Friends, very beautiful question. It takes time to build up confidence. You just think of, we look at the celebrities, best of the celebrities, Amitabh Bachchan. He also has to practice 5 times, 7 times, 10 times, retakes to give you the best. If you want to continue giving the best, you got to practice a lot. Somebody tells you, okay, please come onto the stage and give a send-off 3 minutes talk to someone. You can't go. You are not a CMD who has seen thousands of people around and impromptu, you can speak anything. You got to plan, note down what exactly you want to say, make it a story-like, make it as interesting as possible, spend time, read it well, and then once you're confident, then come onto the stage and then speak. It's so simple. You want to appear like my friends, maybe one of the students is asking, you want to go for interviews, and for first interview, can you just go pick up something like that and go on? You'll not be confident. The concept is, I'm from army background. When I used to tell, this kind of question comes when I used to speak to my students. Have one shirt which you are going to wear it on the day when you face interviews. Wash it once and keep it ready, only meant for interviews. See that the collar size fits it well. It shouldn't happen that your tie is not fitting, tie is loose, or, you may go and join hospitality industry, which is selling tickets for the beaches. Doesn't matter. When you go there, you are in Bermuda, you may be in bathroom sleepers, no problem. But everyone expects in the interviews, you got to be dressed up formally. So when you dress up, you see that when you go, if you want that, you don't want to get nervous, learn to put on the shirt, put on a tie, sit in that and talk to people, have mock drill. Tell them to ask me as many questions as you want. So once you have gone through and now facing interview, you have a confidence. And for everything, then there is a strategy how you got to go about it. If I said the word, say in confidence in the interviews, 99% the first question, generally the panel is going to ask you, tell me something about yourself. It is like an examination. If you sit and you know the question paper, and still you do not prepare and sit for exams and just get 50% marks, that's no value. So it means you are not using the opportunity. Somebody tells you a question, this is a question which is going to come in the examination. You must study whole night to see that you get 100%. Similarly, in interview to come, you must prepare that what exactly in 2 minutes I'm going to say. That is how my confidence is appearing. I must prepare, mock up. I should not just rattle out what is there in the profile. I must be able to have creativity, modulation, some informative stuff so that people get impressed. And most of the hiring takes place in the first few seconds. So I'm getting a big opportunity knowing that what is the question going to be asked. So friends, confidence doesn't come automatically. You got to practice. You got to be intelligent enough to come and be creative in front of people the way you practice and put across in whatever areas you are. So confidence comes with a lot of preparation and practice. And that is my take is. If you have a definite question, then I'll be able to give you definite examples. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Very beautiful question.
There is another question which is related to this question only, and it has been asked by Radhika. She is a journalism student, and she asks that when we go for a stage performance, even after we are prepared, we still have some anxiety in us.
Very
So,
good.
is
Oh,
that
sorry.
normal, or is it lack of confidence?
Normal. Radhika ma'am, absolutely normal. If you do not have anxiety, then there is a problem with you. Because if you do not have anxiety, it means you are overconfident. Now you say, no, I keep doing it. Doesn't matter. I can come on the stage. I can just do that. If I give you, she's from journalism. I am also a performer because I do programs. I've done thousands of programs all around. Even to deliver this program, how many hours of my work has gone in? Even with 45 years of experience at the back, how many hours I put in? It is natural. You should not go overconfident and stand on the stage and then just talk. Anxiety is good, but it should be something which is within your control. Because anxiety, what will do? You will be a little scared if it doesn't go well. So let me go through once again. Let me prepare. Let me think what exactly I'm going to start my first statement. Let me see what is going to be last statement. Otherwise, things may not appear in your mind. You may have a sorry figure, cut a sorry figure in front of the participant. So anxiety is good. Radhika ma'am, you are absolutely going great in journalism. Yes.
Okay, sir. So the next question is by Tanvi Mahajan, and she says that how can we stay motivated? She says that getting motivated is very easy, but staying motivated is a challenge. So how to overcome that challenge?
So whole program was self-development, how to face challenges of life. So you got to read good books, get inspired from the environment. I always said role models and difference between role models, and the inspiration. Role models maybe around your parents. How are they motivated? Look at your mother at time. Look at your father. Let me give an example which may not be exactly fitting, but just to tell you how to stay motivated for someone. My mother, she used to get up whenever I used to get up in my early life. I never saw her sleeping on the bed. She's already there in kitchen. Some sabji is already made. Some other stuff is already made and all that part. So when I used to go, I said, I don't know. In the night when I used to sleep, she's still there around. I never seen her sleeping when I am in the house. She's already woke. I have never seen her resting at all. She used to work normal 8, 10, 12 hours, 14 hours a day. What motivates her to do that? She gets happiness. She gets happiness to feed the family and give the best of the food. So similarly in life, why should I be motivated? Because I have to give the best back to the society. I must give back to the society. I can only give it if I stay motivated. I can't be just lying down on the bed and say, let me go and give it. No. If I have to give my best, I have to be motivated and continue performing, and only then I can give it now. I can just share one. If I have a lot of time. If you continue, I can give you. There's a thing called, naam. Can I speak in Hindi words also? Some international.
Of course. Hanji. You can
No
speak in
problem.
it's okay.
There are three words: naam, namak, nishan. Naam is, to stay motivated, you must live for something. You may live for your family, you may live for the country, something to live for. And keep that in mind, that whatever I do, I am contributing to my society, contributing to my nation. It is entirely up to you what you want to live in for in life. Now, namak. Sachin ki main story batata hu. One day they were supposed to be playing. You can Google it. Anything I'm telling, if it's a story, you can Google it. Sachin, they were playing a match in Delhi, and they were on the net for practicing a day prior. Ishant Sharma is a bowler from Delhi who was also playing, and they were not getting the proper length. Ishant was not getting the proper length, and Sachin was also there, part of the team. He saw, and this man, Ishant, was getting annoyed at the ball. So he was half an hour tried, not getting line, length, and all that. He kept the ball on the ground and kicked the ball very badly. And Sachin saw that doing that. Sachin called that. He says, this ball, because he's a godlike figure, whatever people say, whatever he says, people agree. So he picked up the ball. He told Ishant Sharma, friend, this ball is your pehchan. This is what gives you pehchan. People know you only because of you are a bowler. If ball aapse le li jaye, nobody will even look at you. They're not interested who's Ishant Sharma. People know Ishant Sharma as a bowler. So please remember, it is called naam namak. So whatever we do, we must learn to return it back, keeps us motivated. If I get a job and I feel, why should I be motivated? Because job gives me salary, gives me honor, status, snob value, give me a car. I can pay for a car. I can go abroad for, roaming around with my family from where the money is coming. My job is giving it. Na? So you have something. When you give it back to society, you must think it is you're not giving it as a charity. You are supposed to give it back because this society is giving you something to live for. So there are hundreds of ways to keep yourself motivated. So follow one of them. Naam, namak, nishan. Nishan is, let me say the nishan part also. Nishan is, don't look at that what you become in life. Not everyone is going to be CMD, not everyone is going to be director, not everyone is going to be vice chancellor. Wherever you are in life, my friend, more important than what you give it to the environment. When you go, you retire, you leave that chair, you leave that place, people must come and call you. And when you come back to the same place for any reason, people must run to love you, to talk to you. They must not be hiding that, no, we don't want to see this man or somebody like that. So Nishan, wherever you go, leave some fragrance so that people wants to love you. People really want to interact with you. Instead of looking at that how many designations you can obtain in life, look at what is the kind of fragrance you can leave in the environment wherever you interact. So namak nishan will keep you motivated, my friend, and find it out something out of it which suits you the best. Thank you. Excellent question, my man. Yeah.
Well said, sir. So the next question is by Aman, and he asks you that what has been the biggest factor that has helped you to be so successful?
The various factors. I'm telling you, let's take it. Okay, I don't want to get into that. Okay, ma'am, since he's asking, let me give another example. मेरे बहुत close है एक, मैं हिंदी बोल पा रहा हूँ मैं अभी. So English में Tyrone said self-belief, hard work, determination. I tell it in Hindi. If international friends are not there, I'll repeat that in English if needs be. सफलता के 3 नियम. सफलता के 3 नियम. पहला, खुद से वादा. First niyam, first rule of success is to believe yourself, commit to yourself. If you do not believe, why people should believe for you? If you want to be successful in life, you got to believe that, yes, I can. Make a commitment, not a promise. Promise will do it for others. Commitment to yourself. Salman की movie में है ना, एक बार मैं जब commitment कर लेता हूँ तो फिर मैं अपनी भी नहीं सुनता. That kind of commitment, if I have done it, I will do it at any cost. सफलता के 3 नियम. पहला, खुद से वादा. दूसरा, मेहनत ज्यादा. If you do not put in extra hard work, I am not a genius born. If I have to be better than my friends, I have to work harder than my friends. So simple. Simple. It's a mathematical equation. If they work 4 hours, I might have to work 6 hours, 8 hours. And that is what I have done in my life. खुद से वादा, मेहनत ज्यादा, मजबूत इरादा, determination. Let there be failures. I am not going to give out. I am not going to quit. So these three things, three rules of success, khud se bada, mehnat zyada, mazboot irada, is my, whatever success I have achieved, is not a success. The way I lived my life so far, I believe on these three things. I hope Kamalji gets a message.
Yes, sir, of course. Sir, there is another question, and I think all the students want to ask this question, but Radhya has taken this opportunity to ask you. And she asks that how should we overcome the challenges that we are facing attending the online classes? And because of so many issues, we are unable to, grasp everything, and sometimes we miss on some important topics.
It's
So what
okay.
should we do?
It's okay. It doesn't matter. Look, I always, when I talk about something about COVID, learning during the COVID and how we come out and what's going to be, that topic I take it. My generally what I say is the same thing. Chaw Luteka Bridge. I hope this person who's the one who asked. Kaun pucha hai?
Radhya. Radhya.
Radhya. I'm sure she remembers my take on Chaw Luteka Bridge Nowhere. So it's very important. Till February, if we were offline and we were comfortable with whatever is going on, how to prepare for exam, how to sit and talk to the teacher, how to give an assignment, and how all that was very comfortable. In March, things have changed, like bridge to nowhere. So you got to be adapting. So it's so simple. You are adapting to something which is virtual online, but there are companies 10 years back, they already were different. They were already adapted this, what we are doing here. There are companies all over the world, they don't send their executives on going and attending conference, they do it virtual. They have conference calls, and they have a paperless offices. We all know that. So it is not that something new has come. Yes, few things have come for which probably our educational institutes were not prepared. I attended very many sessions where people just talk virtual and all that. And end of the time, summarizingly, they said it is a very distant dream. We got to be physically in present to connect with a student, guru, chela, they have to be in front to one, mentoring, all that people just say. No, the system has changed. We have got to be ready to change. So partner with the technology. That is what I said. Any technology is coming up, partner that. You find out what are the gaps, why you are not able to do it. Sit down. Go online certification courses. Harvard gives you online certification courses. Don't worry, spend money. Because now I give you my example. After retirement, I have spent more than 5 to 6 lakh rupees to upskill myself. I did PGDM, I did MBA, I did PhD management after retirement. My wife used to say, oh, why are you spending? No, as ladies, I could have bought some jewelry, I could have bought more saris. I said, don't worry, let me buy jewelry for myself. So you should be ready to, if you really want to be successful in life, spend money, go online, find out the certification, find out the areas you are not able to cope up. You just Google it, you'll find there are certification courses for that area also. Go do that so that you become comfortable with the technology and take on this virtual environment. And once we come out, the way it come out, at least you'll be well upskilled for whatever is there we are. So that is how you, my friend, you must go about it. Yes.
Okay, sir. So the next question is by Shashank, and I think this is an issue with every one of us. How to avoid procrastination?
How to avoid procrastination? Be anti-procrastination. Time management ka hai normally. People, they are not able to take a call. They continue saying, kal karenge, parso karenge. So one concept I said, two things I said in time management today. One is $25,000 formula for success. One concept is every day, write down what you want to do it and do it. It may be daily, or you may start writing a day earlier. You may write on a weekly basis. You don't have to, if you are not looking after hundreds of people and all that, you don't, multitasking is not going on. You may do it on a weekly basis, that this week, this is what my subject is, this is what I'm going to go, and and you go do that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Write down, prioritize, and do it. Once you write down, prioritize, and do it, naturally you are not procrastination. You're not procrastinating, you're doing it. Number 2, I said 4D form concept. Whatever you want to do, anything comes up in your way, you must follow 4D. Drop, delegate, delay, and do it only at the last resort. Two things. Third is to anti-procrastinate. The only concept is whenever something is given to you, always pick up the difficult stuff first. Let me give example to my friend. मैं स्टूडेंट हूँ, मुझे 3 एग्जाम्स में अपीयर होना है, एक हिस्ट्री का है, हिंदी का है, मैथमेटिक्स का है. So what I'll do is, and I have few days, and what I'll do, I planned the program. I picked up Hindi, history, and maths in the sequence. My priority is wrong. What I'll do, I'll start picking up Hindi, switch on the TV, watch T20, and watch everything going on, American election, everything what is going on, and also start reading Hindi and all that. It's easy. So as my plan, 6 days were there, 2 days Hindi, so I'm enjoyed, I've done my Hindi. Next subject, I picked up history. Again, I'm enjoying watching cricket and stuff, everything's going on, done. 4 days, my 2 subjects are over. Third day, when I pick up mathematics, I am not able to see T20. I'm not able to work on mathematics. Why? Because I left something. I am now having anxiety. How will I prepare? Time is gone out of hand. So I have picked up the wrong. My sequence was wrong. My prioritization was wrong. Anything given to you, the first concept is pick up the hardest task first. Anything given to you, out of whatever task you have in prioritizing, pick up the hardest first. And on the first day, first moment, take the first step. Like if somebody asking me definite question, I can, in procrastination, which way, otherwise let me take my own example. If I have to, somebody tells me, okay, you make a presentation next week and you have 7 days and topic is given to me. On the first day, before I sleep, I will make at least the outline, what my presentation is going to cover. I'll second day continue research that what all inputs I can have. Third day, I will almost make my presentation ready. Fourth day, I will refine it and ready to go 3 days in advance. That is how you beat procrastination. You can't say, oh, 7 days, oh my God, Saturday, Sunday, let's enjoy. Weekend have, let's see, and Monday start cutting it. You can never beat procrastination in your life. So simple. Pick up the hardest tasks first, cut them in small pieces, pick up one by one and continue doing it. The only way to beat procrastination. Yes.
Very well said, sir. Sir, the next question is a mix. Actually, 2 students have asked this question and both of them, I think, mean the same. That is that whenever they are working towards their goal, there are people who try to stop you or who try to demotivate you, that that some students are like pursuing MBA, so their relatives probably come and tell them that people are still jobless after attaining all the degrees, after getting all the degrees. So what should you do at that time when people try to knock you down?
Very good. Very beautiful question. Because I can relate these questions in my engineering days and long time back and all that. Even when we used to do training in army also, no, sometime. There'll be friends. They'll be continued chit-chatting, gossiping. Engineering, we study whole night. We have a different regime, till 4 o'clock in the morning, we study, the canteen is open, or libraries are open and stuff like that. I did from IIT BHU long time back. What we used to see, people had a strategy, maybe willingly or unwillingly, knowingly or unknowingly. Some friends used to have a strategy. They'll chit chat with you till you go to sleep, and they may go, who, enjoy tea, coffee, and you are tired, you go to sleep, and they study for 2-3 hours thereafter. And that is how they used to beat you. So there may be environment, there may be anyone around. You must know your purpose. You can only stay positive and motivated to your purpose if you have a purpose in life. Ab karna kya chahte ho? No, everyone's purpose, the word is purpose. What shall we do? My purpose in life is to contribute and see when we go, I must leave a world, even a better place to live. It's for the next generation. So better place to live. In that, what I can do when I'm retired, I must be able to interact with people, talk to people, deliver lectures and all. Next 2 months, my almost 20-25 days are booked till December. I'm already booked. So what I'm do? So nobody can deviate me from my purpose. Nobody. If your purpose is clear, people will come and demotivate you. Don't worry, don't look at that. You know what you want to do it in life. They know what they want to do it in life. You got to decide that you want to be a action taker, performer, or you want to be sitting on one side, watch others perform. आपको ये देखना है कि T20 हर रोज आता है, हर रोज देख के मजा लेना चाहते हो या आप जाकर क्रिकेट खेलना चाहते हो. चॉइस आपको बनानी है. If you have to make a cricket, you maybe have only seen the highlights. Leave that aside and play for yourself. Or you want to sit on the sideline and just clap for others. Choice आपको बनानी है. Make a purpose for yourself. Then nobody is going to demotivate you. Stay determined. ये hurdle है life की. आएंगी. Don't look at them. Continue looking at what you want to achieve in life. And that is how you can continue beating these people who come in your way.
Yes, sir. So we have 2 more questions left. So I'll quickly ask you. Aman Arora from MBA, he asks how to develop a businessman mindset and if there are any books that you can recommend. How to develop a business.
I don't want to recommend a book, but you can just go on to Google what he is asking a question. He'll get so much of literature. How to develop a businessman. Businessman means what?
How to develop a businessman mindset.
Businessman means he wants to run, maybe after MBA, he wants to have his own business. He wants to have entrepreneur mindset. So you want to, I always say whether you are in a job or you have your own business, mindset is same. When you are in a job, it also needs the entrepreneur mindset. Entrepreneur क्या है? वो opportunities को ढूंढता है. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you got to find out opportunities in the environment. You have to find out what is my strength and what is a niche place where I can use my strength to be successful. If I pick up a business which is already there in the market, so I am one of the normal player. Everyone else is doing, I'm also doing it. So can I work it out? What is my strength and what is the business in the market? And my strength, where my strength goes and relate to the niche where I can use them and can open up. So as an entrepreneur, I must know the whole market and I must know my strength and which is not there in the market and I can deliver that so that I can be a great entrepreneur in the market. And that is how it can work better. Otherwise, there are hundreds of businesses you have to just follow and then. So have a great successful businessman. You got to have an entrepreneur market. What are the opportunities available? So there are in MBA. So his MBA, so SWOT analysis, one, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. Strength and weaknesses are yours. Opportunity, threat is in the environment. You must be able to make SWOT for yourself. Identify where your strength fit into what you want to do it. And then work it out and work on that. So simple.
Yes, sir.
SWOT analysis for self. Yes.
Okay. And the next question is by Shisha Banerjee. She asks you that what challenges did you face just after you left the army and how did you cope up with the outside situation and politics?
And politics? What kind of politics? Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the challenges that...
Okay, fine. So she wants to know about me. Okay, let me share. A friend, I am from IIT BHU, spent 32 years with the Indian Army, became a brigadier. My few adventurous life I had, a lot of good work I've done in Army. I had an instructional tenure with the IIT Girinagar, which is the DRDO training institution for 4 years. Used to teach MTech and foreign nationals and delegates and stuff like that. I used to work on how to work out stresses. I was armament expert. And I was also in the Kargil during Op Vijay 1999 when we had a small little conflict with a friend across. I commanded a battalion in Jammu and Kashmir, for which I was also commended by armed forces for my contribution. And when I came out in 2008, almost 12 years back, and I was in Delhi, so I shifted and to Greater Noida where I am in AWHO. So Greater Noida had a lot of places. And it's always said in army that the soldiers never quit till he's dead. So I have a lot of journey yet to go. So when I came here, I saw a lot of institutions. I applied, so I met some friends and there was some institution and they put up an ad that they need a director admissions or something like that. I said, I don't know how to go for admission. He said, just sir, fill it up. So the management must call you and interact with you, and they will like to keep you, people like you. I said, okay, let me have a tea with the management. So I filled up that form and they called me. And the first thing they said, sir, you are actually not fit for this job, because director admissions means a person from 10, 15 years of experience, very difficult job, and you're from army, you cannot take it straight. But we call you because we want to interact with you. So they sat down, we started interacting. And they said, and they called the director. They said, sir, I have to, but we want to keep him. So how we keep him? I was trying to understand what the management is talking with the director. Director was from IM, is presently director in one of the institute in Delhi. So they say, ऐसा करते हैं sir, एक talk करा देते हैं. Let's take the sir in the class. And he said, okay, muster करो. So they mustered 2-3 classes. They sat down and they called me. They said, 10-15 minute बात कर लें इनसे आप. So I spoke to them for 15 minutes. The student teachers were also sitting at the back, and everyone recommended, no, must keep sir and all that, whatever the format they had. And they came back to the management. I had another cup of tea. They said, sir, we want you to develop our students. I said, I'm just looking at, I'm a retired guy. Whatever way I can contribute, why not? And I started enjoying. My students used to love me, and I have so beautiful memories, and probably in the whole institute. Why I'm saying that, if somebody listen to me, they know all that. There are about 400 students of PGDM in those days. Now they may not have even 50. So maybe I was the only teacher whose birthday was celebrated by the students, all put together. They took the day off, their function and all that. Probably it was, I don't want to say, I was the only teacher whose birthday was. So they started loving me, because I love to give as much as I can to my work. And that is how I continued. And since I wanted to enjoy more, interact with more people, hundreds and thousands all around, I love to do that. I wish this interaction would have been on your auditorium, standing on floor. I would have moved them, made them dance, made them hula hula. I would have done anything with my students. So I love doing that. So I met a friend of mine. They said, sir, what are you doing? You go around and interact with larger crowd. Why in a small? It's a good institution. Why into that? I said, okay, leave it. Then one person said, you are only IIT graduate, and in this world, so you got to be management. So I said, no problem. I picked up PGDM, MBA, and continued my PhD in management. 3 years back, I got PhD in management. I left that. For last 10 years, I'm only into trainings. And I work with the corporate. One of the best MNCs are my LG, Honda Power. I work by myself alone with them. Hundreds of people, I go alone and do outbound, inbound, anything. I just do myself. So I love what I like to do it. And there were no hurdles I faced in my after retirement. Health-wise, generally I was okay. At times there are small issues and all that. No politics has come into me. I'm very clear how much time I have to spend on myself, how much I have to upskill. At the same time, I have to ensure that my wife is also kept happy. So I also am very good at balancing my family life. So the moment I'm free, I put her in the car and take her out for lunch and dinner, make her happy and put her back, and then back into what I want to do it. So I balance my lifestyle also very well. I love upskilling, learning, enjoying. And like our friends, I also gone on very good on virtual and online. I do everything. My first in-person program is tomorrow in NIPSCOM. I have to train some 600 plus Punjab National Bank managers and branch heads in days to come. The first program tomorrow, I'm having it in NIPSCOM, Noida, which I put it on my social site. That's the first one. And thereafter, a lot of if everything goes well, there'll be plenty of in-person programs going to start thereafter. And that is my life. So I've spent a lot of time on myself, man. Yes, I hope I have answered it well for my friend.
Yes, sir, of course, of course. And so we won't be able to take more questions since we are
Yes.
running short of time. But it was indeed an uplifting session, and you have, stirred up our spirits. And certainly, I'm sure students are also very motivated. They are continuously sending me messages that we are feeling great and we are motivated. So thank you so much.
So
And
please tell them, sorry, please tell them to write in the chat, how was the session? Awesome, bad, need a preparation. And that also motivates me. Na? So some point of time, you can just send me mail, how many awesomes and great and excellent.
yes, sir, sure. We will
Please
have a Google form and
yeah.
we will share the feedback with you, of
Yeah.
course.
Great. Yeah, please.
On behalf of our Honorable President, Sardar Rajpal Singh Dhaliwal, our directors, principals, heads, faculty, and all the students, I take this opportunity to, thank you, sir, for encouraging our students with your inspiring words. And Director Management, Dr. Jaskiran Kaur, she actually wanted you to travel to Chandigarh and meet our students in person. But
Yes.
obviously, we couldn't do that because of the current situation. But we are looking forward to have you here and meet our students and develop them and develop their skills.
Oh, certainly. I love to travel. I mean, last year we were interacting. I was busy on that day when she wanted me. She's so good and very nice. Thank you very much to you for connecting. Thank you to Jugalji for ensuring seamless, absolutely beautiful online sport, and also other friends, Dr. Rajinder and other teachers who have spoken to me, and your principal and the director, so nice of, and the president, very kind of to everyone in the management for giving me this opportunity. I've enjoyed a lot, and I always say it's a energy exchange, and I'm a businessman. I always carry more energy from the participants than giving back to them. So I'm a little mean in that. So I'm carrying a lot of energy from the participants and you all, ma'am. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you
You
very
so
much.
much, sir. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.